come live with you real quick, just to let you know that I will be coming live this week. Today may not be the best day, though. I'm just saying, a sister needs one of these. But I did just want to give you a heads up. Sorry, I'm obviously holding it. I'm not in my normal place. I'm actually kind of in my house, just doing a little something different right now. Yeah, today was a busy day. It was a busy day for a lot of people, a busy day for myself. And I've been hearing a lot about um, the busyness that you've had last week in regards to how you were feeling regarding the Virgo full moon. So I just wanted to check on you guys to see how you were doing and how you're doing now. The Divine Feminine reading, I will come back probably in a couple more days just to kind of get a better feel of what's going on, and then I'll do the reading. I normally do daily readings anyway. I just don't necessarily post them. And the daily reading really spoke more to kind of, hey, Love, how you doing? The daily reading really spoke more to, it was more about family came up a couple times. What I noticed was it was like an understanding, clarity, but new beginnings. But for some reason it slowed down again. It's not, they're telling me I'm saying it wrong. It's not that it slowed down, it's just that again it's not here right yet, like you're still waiting for this new beginning. But what I kept seeing was this level of new beginning with both love and finances. So with the love and finance piece, it really it was good for me to see. But nonetheless, I just want to let you know what else came out. Let me see what else came out. Oh, sorry guys. I actually can you hear the TV? I thought I turned it down or muted it. Oops, what had happened was. But yes, so I also had, let me see, what was it? It was I'm sorry. I can't even remember it all. But I mean, it was a lot that came out. But all I can say is ultimately, it was a good look for all of us right now. So, like I said, when I did my daily read, so I'll come back live though. Probably tomorrow, if not tomorrow. It's just I have a few things going on. I'm a little busy. You said this kicked my ass emotionally since our read. Yes, live love. No, I totally understand. I mean, it's been emotional. I mean, it's almost been like an emotional roller coaster. Not feeling understood. I mean, that kind of was the energy as well. Not the energy of not feeling understood, not being heard. It's like you feel something and you know something's going on, but nobody's really trying to validate you. Like it's almost like no one's really understanding your plight, and that's what I found interesting. So but so, and again, with the whole family dynamic coming in as well, it was kind of like, okay, no one understands you. Then you're dealing with family. It's almost like you want to disconnect yourself and go back into solitude. But yet, it's almost like you're coming out and have no choice but to come out. So, I just, right now, it's just, yeah, you said super betrayed. Right. I know. I know. And it came, oh, that's what, and thank you for reminding me because that's what came out. It was like really what came out was more around your star family, like kind of meeting your star family, like your star seed family, your soul family. Because it's like you realizing that everybody's not really there with you, everybody's not on your level, nobody really understands like what you're going through spiritually. It's like everybody want to act like nothing's going on and things are going on. Everybody's trying to fake act like. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to, my bad. Oops. Did that make y'all dizzy? I was trying to clean it off. But yeah, it was like meeting your star seed, if family, it was more portals, another portal opening as well. Again, kind of bringing in people who understand you, people who get you. What does it say? You said lift in. Thank you. Girl, I'm telling you, I think we all do right now because I went and got, my lashes now. Can you tell? And I was even talking to my girl who does my lashes, and she was just like, it's been kicking her butt too. So she's always like, hold up, what's going on right now? Because something ain't right. And I'm tired. Hey, Marsha, how you doing? Hey, everybody. Yeah, so I just wanted to at least come live with you. Like I said, the song that kept, if you guys saw my what I put up earlier, the song that kept coming up today was really "I Am Woman." Go listen to that, y'all. I am woman, hear me roar. It's like, and I'm too big to ignore, and I will never let no one hold me down again. Like if y'all listen to the lyrics, it's no joke. Yes, I am wise, and with the wisdom for the pain. Yes, I paid the price, but look how much I've gained. If I have to, I will do anything. I can do anything. I am strong. I am invincible. I am woman. So listen to the lyrics. Like I said, that came out, and then also congratulations. So I feel like something has changed. I don't feel like you're going to necessarily see it right now, but I hope you're starting to feel it. Just look at the changes. I mean, because I think what we're always looking for is the end result, right? We're always waiting for the end result. But what am I getting out of all of this? Like, what is the purpose of all of this? Like, do I have to continue with all this? Like, for real, I'm gonna get you some more light because this light is a little down. But do I have to deal with this in this fashion, or can I just, is that better, guys? I know that's better, isn't it? Better lighting, right? But like, do I have to deal with this in this fashion, or can I actually just try to just do my next thing, do my next level? Can I just level up? Do I have to? Okay, then I move back over here where it's dark again. So yeah, so I did just want you guys to know that as well. Just know that we are leveling up. I think what we're waiting for is the end result. Like, what are we going to get out of all this? After all this pain, after all this heartache, after all this, but it's like it's slowly coming. So I just think it's more about not losing faith, knowing that, you worked hard and it's still going to come to fruition. You don't have to worry about it not necessarily coming to fruition. It will. You actually, it was like so much abundance. I saw new beginnings. Again, new beginnings in abundance. I saw walking away, but I kept seeing the thinking man in reverse. It's like somebody doesn't have your best interest at heart. And so it's really about like, you have to look out for your own best interests. I mean, that's what it's really coming down to. It's like looking out for your own best interests, not allowing somebody else to take control of your life, taking back control of your life. But just again, being divinely led. Intuition came out, seeing came out, again, seeing things for what they really are, not for what you want them to be, but for how they really are. So it's like reality. I think you're going to be seeing a lot going on, like the reality check for everyone. You said so many ebbs and flows, just rolling with it. Yeah. And just roll with it. That's all I can say. Just continue to roll with it. Question: did someone frustrate you at work today? And no, actually, it didn't work today. Actually, I had a pretty good day, but I'm tired as fuck. I have so much going on at the house. There's a lot going on here, and so I had to have the maid come. I had to clean. My brother and his wife, they were living with me, and they moved out over the weekend. So it's a lot kind of going on. So really changes. And just kind of seeing people again for who they really are. And just kind of like, it was, okay, live love. Let me tell you how it was. It was kind of like, people undermining you, but you realizing, is that shit envy or jealousy? It was almost like, it was like that. And then I was trying to figure them out. Then I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to fix nobody. Fuck them. I'm sorry. I was like, I can't fix nobody. Like, I got to do me. No, I am really tired. No joke. I am really tired. But I did want to come live with you guys because I wanted you to know I was not like, I'm not just, I said I was going to go live today. And then, on the what I uploaded earlier, I was going to go live. So I said, you know what? I'm going to go live, but I'm just not going to stay on here for no hour and a half. I'm just come live, tell you kind of some of the energy. I was working in my yard today. I was doing a lot of, like I said, I have something going on with my house. I don't know if you guys know, but I like shoot movies and shit at my house too. Did I tell y'all? Like I have commercials. I have weddings here because my house is also a retreat. You guys know that, right? So all of that to say, because now we're switching over to the spring season, I gotta get the house ready, and then like I said, because my brother and his sister, his wife, moved out, so now it's like I had to do spring cleaning, help them move, and then I'm also getting prepared for hopefully a new movie. So that means that I have to get my shit in order. I got to get the house in order and stuff like that. So but it's like retreat type stuff. So it's like normally feminine type things. It's normally women type things. I do like, I've had like gospel music videos done at my house. It's just different things. So my retreat now, I can actually expand my retreat and add the birthing center. And so I had always designated my birthing center for my basement and then also upstairs. So I was starting to do the birthing upstairs, but then I was also waiting to get my space cleared in the basement so I could also start the birthing down there and actually have the birthing, the lactation center, the teaching, the classes, all of that. So the retreat is here, and the retreat is upstairs in some of the rooms and on the main level, and then also outside where I do the glamping. So all of that to say, it's like a renewal. It's like I have to get everything together. So it's spring cleaning. So I go outside, I go out there, pull weeds. I was out there pulling weeds and planting and cleaning up the yard and putting out new, just new things on the porch, cleaning up the porch, all of those types of things that, you just don't normally do over the winter. So I am exhausted, but I feel grounded, I must say. But because of all the moving I've been doing, my feet hurt, just my back, my neck, and my back. So I'm about to go take a nice bath or a nice shower, whichever one's quicker, because I'm so ready to get into bed. But I did want But I did want to come live with you guys and just let you know I didn't forget about you. I love you guys. So I didn't want to leave you hanging, tonight. So yeah, I know I look exhausted. This shit's crazy. Well, thank you, me kind. Hopefully I said that right. Right. My kind. Is that what you say? Is that how you say it? My kind? MIKIND? Oh, yo. My soul hurts after this weekend. What happened this weekend though? Live love. What happened this weekend? What happened this weekend? How are y'all doing this weekend? Marsha, you said a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Yes, I feel the good coming. I've been feeling this energy. Yes, for a hot minute. Yeah, I know. It might be summer. I'll look into that the next time I look. I don't know. They're telling me April, like you'll see more coming to fruition in April. So that's what they just said, April. I think we'll see more come April. That's good. Because I think this waiting game, honestly, I think the waiting game is more of a preparation. I hope that makes sense to y'all. It's more of a preparation. It's not just really a waiting game. It's really because I don't think, oh, sorry, y'all. I don't think everybody is prepared. Honestly, I don't think everybody is prepared for what's coming. So, it's kind of almost like, you want a new job, but you get the new job and you're not quite sure if you know how to handle it. Like you might be a manager and there's something totally outside your league and you're like, not league, but something that you didn't never thought you were prepared for, you never thought you would do, or you never thought and you're just excited and you're ready to move forward. But it's almost like, but let's prep you emotionally. Let's prep you to where once you get that or really step into it, it's like almost kind of put one toe in at a time. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. That's what they said, one toe at a time. So soon you'll have a whole foot in, and then soon you'll have both your feet in, So they also said just now that some of you may be hesitant to move into the new level as well. So it's prepping you so you feel ready. So when you're there, you can't back up. And that's another part of the song that I wanted y'all to hear too. The I Am Woman part. It was like, I can't go back. Like once you have crossed that threshold and you're there, you can't go back to being ignorant anymore. You can't go back to not seeing anymore. You can't go back to you just can't go back. There's no way to go back. So, and that's like the threshold we've crossed over so far. We've crossed over that threshold of not being able to go back. Like, if you haven't done it by now, you ain't gonna do it. Like, you haven't seen it yet. You know what I'm saying? You're so welcome, Live Love. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. What you say, my kind? What are you saying here? More or less. I will answer that. More or less. More or less, my kind. You're so welcome, Live Love. Yeah, I just had to come to you guys and let you know. Well, I mean, hopefully you've gotten some clarity, Live Love. So how are you feeling now? Have you gotten some clarity? Did you get some clarity over the weekend? Because I mean, shit. Serious cold-hearted betrayal. Is this just a realization of the betrayal, or is it kind of like it just came like face to face, like it's just in your face now? Is that what's happening? Like it's totally in your face now? Is that the difference? It's in your face now. Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, Live Love. I mean, that's the same scenario. Let me see if I can prop this up because I'm trying to hold it. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm really trying to hold it. I'm sorry, y'all. I know this looks so hood. I don't have my setup. But, oops. Can I try it here? Is that better? Oops. Is that better, y'all? I was trying to hold it, but it keeps moving. So this way it can move, but it's not gonna move too much. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah, so Live Love. That's what I'm talking about though. It's almost like, you're ready to move forward. You're ready to take these extra steps forward. Thank you, Marsha. It's almost like you're ready. And it's like you want something new. It's like you may even want new people in your life. You may even want a new career, whatever. But it's like this energy of just not being ready yet. It's like you have to fully embody it. So it's almost like you're closing out a cycle. And that's what I also saw, like this energy of closing out the cycle. Yeah, it's like this is like finalizing. Like even with like the whole situation with my brother and all of them, like it's like they've been preparing to move out. Does that make sense? They've been preparing to move out. They've been preparing to get the house. They've been preparing for like over a month and a half. They knew they were getting this house for over a month, but they didn't close on the house until like, last week. And then they still didn't move. And although they moved, they're still not really in their home yet. So it's kind of that situation. So I feel like this weekend was like a breaking point. And like I said, when I woke up this morning, that's what it was. Congratulations. It was like a crossover. Like many of you have crossed over, like, but it was necessary. So whatever happened over the weekend, it wasn't too much to where you can't handle it, but it was enough to kind of finalize or maybe help you come to a point of like really cutting someone off, setting something back, cutting something totally. No, but that's the whole point. It's like you can handle it though. That's what they're talking about. It's like, again, remember that. Go back and listen to the Mary Mary song. That keeps coming up too. Again, not putting on more than you think, putting more on you than you can bear. So it's not gonna kill you. Like whatever doesn't kill you make you stronger. But listen to that song because it was like a part of the song. I almost want to go get my other phone or turn it on. But it was a part of it saying that because you tried so hard, now I'm convicted. Like it's like a level of conviction you can't turn back anymore. So it's like because they tried so hard to hold you back, because they tried so hard to hurt you, because they tried so hard to demean you, put you down, whatever it is, because they tried so hard. Now you're in a place where you say, I listened to it. Okay, good. Did you hear that part? You said you listened to it, Live Love. Okay, Marsha, you listened to it too, and to Mary, the song yesterday. Good. Marsha, what you say definitely happened to me this weekend too. Oh shit. What happened to you too, Marsha? Damn. My kind, what are you talking about? Kanye. Kanye for what? What? I listened to it. Yes, yeah. It was a part of the song. Yeah, it was definitely a part of the song. It was definitely a part of the song that spoke to like almost like someone really just trying to dig it in. It's like, they really gonna go, but because you went through that, like because it wasn't so easy, you are convicted. Like it's a total difference between a situation happening to you and you just in your mind saying, okay, I'm not gonna do this anymore. But it's a whole nother thing when it's like been beaten into you. It's like it's a stain on your brain. It's like you'll never forget. You'll never forget. But like, oh, you cocky now. Oh, you cocky now. You want to show your ass now, do you? Okay, good. Good looking. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Good look. Thank you. Like you ain't never got to worry about that shit ever again. You feel me? I'm crushed from it. Yeah. But that's another thing. I do want to tell you that too. Right now, I do also feel like right now that's what's also coming up too. I do want you to know that too. So it's almost like a finance. That's why I told you the newness that's coming and what's coming up is love and finances. So if things are coming up financially as well, that's a good thing too, because what it's doing is coming up so you can face some things. It's some things you may need to face, some things you might have been not fully dealing with, or might have been on a cusp of it, or you were like, okay, I'm not going to hold them totally accountable for it, or I'm not going to hold myself totally accountable for it because of dot. And as a result, you're now having to get off the fence. In essence, it's almost like you might have been on the fence. Remember, we saw that last week of us being in between, moving from one area to another, or moving from one, you see what I'm saying? Moving from one to the other. So it was like you were still in the middle. So there was something you were still straggling the fence on. So it's something you didn't have a full understanding about yet. You see what I'm saying? You didn't have a full understanding about it yet. And then it was almost like this weekend was to like knock you right on over. Like, do you understand now? You got it? Like, you sure? You got that right? Do you remember that? Do we need to take it back one more time? Remember I told y'all last week it was almost like, do you want to keep learning this lesson over and over again? So it's like, as long as you straddle on the fence, you haven't fully committed to your new life because you're still holding on to the past. So you're having to fully let go of the past. It's like, and with something that was said, I want to say earlier today, and it really spoke to, finally the past. It was kind of like, if spirit kept trying to nudge you in one direction, but you wasn't fully going, it was like spirit was like going to push you over. It was like spirit's going to push you a little further till you're fully over to the other side, because it's something that we were still holding on to from the past. That's what it was talking about. Oh wow. I told him I'm not responsible for it. I know that's right. I love it. Tell it, Marsha. I love it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Go ahead, Marsha. You say deuces. I love it, Marsha. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, you said I came a long way. Good. And that was an important piece. When did you realize, Marsha? I'm getting personal now. When did you realize that it wasn't your healing? Like you realized it was his healing that was required, not your own healing. It was his healing. When did you kind of realize that you were trying to heal him, or you were probably enabling potentially his healing? You said a few months. Okay. The past few months. So you just been seeing it over and over again. But see, that's what I'm talking about, Marsha, because it's like we're wanting to move on. We're wanting to go to this next level. We wanted to do things differently, but it's almost like we have to go through this process. So if it took you 3 months to finally get to the point, or took him 3 months to finally realize that you really at that point, It's almost like you had to go through that 3 months. So it's like a lot of the times we want to jump from doing it at this point to doing it at that point. Like we want to jump. We don't want to go through the 3 months of the bullshit. We don't want to go through the 3 months of the, or the few months or a couple weeks or hell, the year. I don't know how many of y'all have been dealing with this shit for like a year, but I know some of us have been dealing with for many years. Some things you've been dealing with for many years, and it takes you a long time to finally realize, what you're really dealing with. So I commend you, Marsha. That was beautiful. Congratulations. I'm going to sing to you, congratulations. But I'm telling you, that's what I heard. Go, y'all listen to that. I thought it would have been me. Whoa, oh. Yeah, nah. For as long as but it's not that part. We're just doing congratulations. We're not. You will always be the one for me. Oh. Sorry, y'all. I keep moving this thing trying to. You said, yes, it's been years. Yeah. So sometimes it just takes us a little while, but I'm proud of you, Marsha. You do the damn thing. Live love. I know it's been hard, but keep up the good work. You said, yeah, he's so cocky. I even said that. Yeah. Yeah. How much? Yeah. A liar can lie. Yeah. Been there, done that. I mean, but it's unfortunate because, that's when you really start seeing people for who they really are. Does that make sense? I mean, you really start seeing people for who they are when they start to, when you see people just lying for no fucking good reason, right? Like, are you lying because you're trying to save your life? Are you lying because it's a piece of paper on the floor and you lying because you didn't really, I mean, that's what I'm like, it's crazy because it's almost like people who lie just for the fuck of it, it makes you wonder, who are they really? And do they even like who they are? So when you look that deeper in, when you get a little deeper into it, and honestly, unfortunately, some of the people that we're dealing with, their behavior has been enabled by society, enabled by their family. Don't let them be the youngest in their family, or let them to be the golden child, or let them be, to where they can never do no wrong. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times people's behavior gets enabled, and then next thing you know, you're enabling the behavior, and then the people around them have the nerve to act like you the crazy one. People around them have the nerve to act like you crazy. Like, nobody want to point the finger at who's really crazy here. Like, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Talk about the elephant in the room. I'm just saying, you feel me? So I mean, that's kind of what it's about. It's like, reality, and letting those people who felt like maybe it wasn't them, to where they finally realize, well, maybe it was me. But it's not even about that, because you don't even care. You just want to make sure you're doing what you need to do for you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't even need to care about what they're doing, why they doing it, and all that. And that's what I feel like, especially as healers, we get caught up in that. And I noticed that as well. You get caught up in that. Well, are they doing it because of this? And it's because their grandparents, or maybe because their mother did this, or their father left them, or because of this. So that's why they're acting this way. But okay, it's unfortunate what happened to you, but you're still going to be held accountable for how you treat me, because that doesn't excuse you for treating me, You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I just need to make sure y'all understand. So I think as healers, a lot of times we're like, yeah, but, they really had a heart as a child. And yeah, but, you see what I'm saying? Like, we make excuses for them too. So we got to be careful, especially as healers, not to continue to make excuses for people, because you're also empathic, and because you also can feel their energy, and because they're sad, because they're going through it. You take that on and you're like, oh my God, but they're so sad. I don't want to hurt them. You feel me? And then it's almost like at some point you got to be like, I remember one time my mother said to me, like, I was dealing with some BS with one of my husbands. And so go back to your question, my kind, one of my husbands. Okay. And I went, so you must be new to the channel, because yeah, I had a couple. And then, but it was something I was going through with one of them, like when I was coming out and going through the divorce and all of that. And my mother was like, what the hell are you doing? And even when I was married, she was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, a lot of the things that I would normally do, I was like, no, I'm going to let them be a man. I'm going to let a man be a man. And he wants to do da-da-da-da, so I'm going to let him, I got done with that by like the third or fourth long-term relationship. I was like, if you tell me one more time, and then the person had the nerve to tell me, you gotta let a man be a man. I was like, oh, I flicked off. Okay. So all of that to say, in that situation, it was like I'm trying to let him, right? And then at one point, I think I was just like letting him come over there with girlfriends to come pick up my daughter and stuff like that because I didn't want to be a hindrance. I didn't want to hold him back, and he knew this. I didn't want to hold him back from seeing his daughter because I didn't have a relationship with my father. So I wanted to make sure, and he knew this, I would do any and everything to make sure my daughter had a relationship and had a good relationship and spoke, and had a really good relationship with him. So I was letting him walk all over me in order for him to have a good relationship, but he knew this. And so by the time I finally stepped up for myself, went to court and got a restraining order against the bitch, saying, I'm sorry. Also, by the way, one of the words that did came out, that one of the things that came out for me today was watch your words. So I'm trying to be good, but no, what came out, but that was interesting. But when I had to, when I had to get a restraining order against them, or I was in the process of getting a restraining order against them, the judge was like going in, like, how dare you do this? You're still married to this woman. This is your wife. This is not no side piece, whatever. This is your wife. And you're sitting there sending your girlfriend to your wife's house to pick up your daughter. Like, I didn't say anything. And it was nice to have somebody finally not make me feel crazy. But my mother had already checked me, like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? Why are you allowing? Because that's what she was saying. Why are you allowing this behavior? Why are you allowing him to come over here and treat you this way? Or like mess up your environment or whatever it was. It was like the energy he would come over there was terrible. And I was like, well, whatever I need to do. And see, this is what I'm talking about, because we will enable the behavior for whatever reason. And it really had to do with something inside of me. Because of an abandonment issue that I had, I was allowing him to continue to abuse me in that way. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, it wasn't physical abuse, really. Or emotional. I guess it could have been emotional, but the point was, it was like to the point every time he came to the house or sent somebody to the house to pick up my daughter or whatever, it's like I had PTSD. It's like I was scared. I would be trembling. So, but I felt like I was doing the right thing. I was doing what was best for my daughter. I was doing the right thing. So, but when it got to the point where I was wanting my mother over there or wanting my boyfriend over there or wanting somebody to come over, whoever, to come over while this was going on, because I needed somebody, because I was scared. It got to the point to where I was scared to let him come pick her up or send somebody. I mean, unless it was like his parents or something like that. I was scared if he came. I was scared if he sent his baby mother, or girlfriend at the time or whatever. I was scared when he would, and I didn't realize I was scared. I didn't realize until it got to the point, and my mother was looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Why are you putting yourself through this? And I was literally trembling inside. But I was thinking from the perspective of what I'm doing what's best for my daughter. I'm doing what's best for the kids. I'm doing what's best. I don't care about me. And so when I deal with people today and I see what they go through, and when they're trying to detach or when they're going through certain situations and stuff like that, it's like, I totally understand because I've been there. So when I'm speaking to you guys, it's not only spirit speaking through me, but spirits made me go through a hell of a lot of shit, because it was like I need to have compassion and empathy for those who are coming after me and teaching them as well. Like, this is maybe not the best way to do this. You have to take care of yourself too. And at a certain point, I was no longer taking care of myself. I was only doing what was in the best interest of my daughter. And at a certain point, what was not good for me was not good for her. You see what I'm saying? So, because if I wasn't in my right mindset and I was allowing all this shit to go on, and and the judge is looking at me like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, this is crazy. And I was like, well, I just wanted to have, but it was nice to have somebody to kind of be there for me. So all of that to say, with what you guys are going through, I totally get it. I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent there for a second. Hold on. You want to believe the best. Yeah. Yeah, and then you realize you've been gaslighted. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you what I'm feeling about this gaslighting term, because I hear this gaslighting term a lot, and don't get it twisted. I've said it as well, the breadcrumbing and all of that. But I feel like it's more than just gaslighting. I don't feel like it's like, let me tell you, I don't feel like they are being purposefully deceitful, and this does not make it right. But what I feel like is really happening is they really don't know who they are. They're really lying to themselves. So them lying to you, there's nothing wrong with it because they're living a lie. Does that make sense? So they have bought into their own lie. And so it's not even like, so this is where the part comes in when spirit tells us to have compassion and forgive them, because it's really their own trauma as well. So we're both dealing with our own trauma. So they're bringing up our trauma, we're bringing up their trauma. They're sitting there, they're living through their trauma, and we're learning through our trauma as well. So I don't want you to feel like, yes, it was it's lied, it was fucked up, everything that happened. I agree. I got your back, live love. But what I don't want you to also feel like was that they're that intelligent. Like, I don't want you to feel like there's some spy, you know what I mean, who went and like purposefully tried to maneuver like this, to maneuver like that, to maneuver to get you jacked up, and said this word specifically because they knew this word would really trigger you. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's giving it way too much credit. Like, that's just really giving it way too much credit. Like, no, we're not giving them that credit. But no, honestly, I feel like it's more spiritual. Like, one of the things I used to say when I was young was, one of the things I used to say when I was young was, like, I felt like we was in a board game. I felt like, us being on earth, like, it's almost like we're in a game. Like, it's almost like chess. I felt like our lives are like chess and somebody else is playing it. Meaning, so like somebody else, like spirit or God or your ancestors or your star family, they are moving the pawn, putting a pawn in your way so you can then jump over it another kind of way so you don't go this way. So you see what I'm saying? So it's like someone's like, you're trying to get to the king or the queen, you're trying to win the game, but every time something's being put in your way, like a new lesson to learn, a new hurdle to jump. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Sorry, guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does get deep. You said I tried to understand it all, diagnosis, excuses, the lies, till I was just like, what the exactly. And that's a good point, live love. And that's why I'm saying it's like they're just making excuses, but really it's like, and at some point you're just like, damn. Like, I know I used to tell somebody, you got more excuses than the man in the moon. Like, if it's not one thing, it's another. Like, just tell the truth. Like, and I'm just like, it's just excuses. And and of course I was taking it at the time, but I'm just like, damn, you got all day to come up with all these damn excuses. Yes, and they was feeding off. Yeah, mm-hmm. They looked, yeah, to the trigger you had, and once they realized, and what's so fucked up, and this is where it really gets fucked up, but I understand what you're saying. Where it really gets messed up is when this trigger is happening, like they realize your soft points. So because of what's going on, they start to realize, oh, she gets really emotional when she does this, or she gets really upset, or she's in tears, or she's crying when this happens. So it's almost like, even if they can't get your attention in a positive way, they're like, well, I'm gonna get their attention in a negative way because I know this is one of the buttons that I can press to potentially get my way, or I can press this button and do something, or make them act like they care, or whatever. And it's really childish. I mean, it's more so than anything. I'm just saying, watch your words. You're a better woman than me. Because I'm watching my words fly out, LOL. I know, but that's what they told me. It may not pertain to you, Marsha. But no, you do have to say, because one of the things that came out for me also was venting. Making sure you vent. Personally, I think the term where they were telling me to watch my words really pertains to speaking positively about your situation and remaining in a positive. Because while we have all these great things coming for us, and we have all these great, we have all these new beginnings that's happening for us right now, and because all these things are happening in our lives right now, it's kind of like, don't spoil it. Don't don't spoil your new comings, because it's almost like you can, like, people can downplay, what you're doing, or downplay your newness and all of that, but you don't downplay it. You don't speak negatively over your situation, over your financial situation, any of that. Like, just face it, deal with it, pay it, go do what you got to do. If you got to go get a lawyer to, work things out, go to credit counseling, whatever you got to do financially, whatever you need to do, just do it, face it. So it's like, don't talk about, like, for instance, oh, I'm broke. That's something you never say. I am rich. I am rich. I'm going to say 3 times over. I am rich. I am abundant. I am abundant. I am abundant. For every time you say broke, you know what I'm saying? So, like, for sometimes that's what I'm talking about. Be careful what you allow out your mouth that negatively spins on, because you are a manifester right now. So if you're manifesting and you're saying broke versus abundant, now spirit is leading you towards broke versus abundant, because that's what you're concentrating on. And if you keep concentrating on the past, you're going to keep going back towards the past. Does that make sense? So this is what you're manifesting. So either you can manifest the future, or you can manifest your past back to you again, because you keep trying to. You see what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, PTSD. Yeah, that's no joke, guys. Yes, ditto. All this hardship teaches us to have compassion for others. Yep. Yes, chess for sure. No, I do need to watch my words, though, Absolutely. No, that's what I mean by that. So, yeah, when you're watching your words, just be careful to always speak about your situation in positive terms. Marsha, you continue going off on whoever need to go off, because if you've been holding it back, I say, don't make me start percolating. Percolate. Don't get me started, Marsha. We'll be in here dancing, something for the person. Sometimes you just got to do that. Well, you guys got me up a little bit. I'm still not going upstairs to pull out those cards, though. But I hope this helped you just get a little more clarity as to the energy right now. So it was nice to kind of talk to you. When I move out, yeah, I'm going to lose it. Yeah, well... Yeah, but Marsha, again, this is what I'm talking about. If it's that time, do it. Make sure you do it. That's all I can say is take your time, do what you got to do, and, it'll be great. Yeah. Well, make sure you come here. If you need support, we got your back. But, yeah, make it be known. Make it be known. We got your back, Marsha. So keep going. And I'm glad that the readings have really helped you, Marsha, as well. I know it's helped everyone. So I thank everyone for joining me and going on this journey with me as well. So I really appreciate it. And it's lovely to see how you guys are growing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to see how you guys are growing, how you're taking the information to heart, and how you're actually, you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. I love to see you grow and see how well you're doing. You said he gave too little too late. Go strong. I know that's right. Tell it, Live Love. Yes, honey. Yes. Too little too late, darling. Don't come now. And then don't you hate, like, how, I hate to use the word breadcrumbing too, but the truth is, like, don't you hate how people try to come back when they ain't doing nearly enough? Isn't that some bullshit? Like, it's almost like they fucked up for 10 years and they gonna sit there and do some shit for a week and be like, why you still mad at me? Nigga, don't get me started. Like, this has been going on for 10 years and you think you're gonna be good in a week? You know what I mean? Like, that's what pisses me off. Like, how dare you? Like, how are you gonna even try to belittle the situation in such a way? Like, how dare you even, like, because that's my time you wasted. That's the time that you spent BSing. You feel me? Like, so how dare you? Like, it's almost like you want to come at me like, really? Like, and then you gonna look at me stupid because I'm looking at you stupid. Like, why? Like, oh my God. Like, why? Like, why are you so mean? Or why are you so, really? And so then you want to come back and do something for like a day and be like, but I did all this. You ain't do all shit. Like, you ain't did enough. You ain't even trying to do even a quarter up. Like, you did 1%. You got another 99 to go. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't understand that shit. That shit pisses me off more than anything. Like, don't you dare waste my time with some bullshit ass offer. You feel me? Like, if you can't come correct, don't come at all. Because I'm going to come at you. And I ain't going to either. I'm not even going to even address it with a response. And you're going to feel curried. You're going to feel carried. But, you either I'm not going to address it as a response at all. Or, you see what I'm saying? So, but yeah, no. Goodbye to the breadcrumbing. The breadcrumbing, no. That's why it's like you cut it off altogether, because you know that's all you're going to get. That's all you're going to get is breadcrumbs. You see what I'm saying? That's all you're going to get. So if you know they're not going to come correct, it's like you're not even in a position to come correct. That's what's so, and that's what I'm saying. You have to realize it wasn't all that elaborate. It's like they wasn't no spy. Like they wasn't 007 and shit. Like they were just really acting out of their own insecurities, acting out of their own lack of confidence, acting out of their own abandonment issues, acting out of their own shadow. You see what I'm saying? Like they're acting according to their own fears. And so now they got you caught up thinking that they some magnificent something because they done dodged you and did this and this all this time, when the whole time they've been dodging and out of fear. You feel me? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't even try to, make this some beautiful, magnificent 007 type, shit, like, no. You wasn't even that, no. You was just working out of your own fears. And to be honest, that's why I divorced ultimately. Because I started realizing people, like, I was like, the one thing I can't stand is fear. But it's obviously because I got a lot of fear within me. But when I start realizing that people trying to control me out of fear, you see what I'm saying? Like, one minute you might think it's cute because you're like, oh, they're so cute. They always holding my arm when we're in public. Or they're always doing this. Or they always up on me. Oh, they must really love me. No, that's called control. When it's done too much, or if it's done in a certain way, or if it's done out of fear. Like, I don't mind the hugging and the kissing and all of that. I really don't. But it's like sometimes people do it like when they're only in public. You feel me? Or when they're only around a bunch of people, or when there's a bunch of guys in the area. But if there's a bunch of females in the area, they ass done walked away. They barely want to hold your hand. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is fear-based. So whatever they've been doing has been fear-based. So now you're starting to realize that someone's fear is coming to the forefront. You feel me? Whew, yeah. Whew, I was not coming here to do all this today. I told you I wasn't going to go for no hour or nothing. 1% too late. Yeah, it's the equivalent to 0. Thank you. You, like, don't even bother. Don't even waste my time. That pisses me off. Don't even waste my time. Like, you come to me with some BS, like, don't even waste my time. And some people, I don't care if you come with the sun, the moon, the stars, and the island that I want. No, it's still going to be a no-go. Like, that's how far it is for some of the people around me. Like, you can never come back. Never. Like, once you see, sometimes, because it's almost like, okay, so it's almost like, what I'm also seeing here is almost like some people do it to make themselves happy. So it's almost like they're gaining some enjoyment from fucking with you, or from breadcrumbing you, or from controlling you. It's not, again, it's like, again, it's almost, and this is why I say it's no point in trying to pick it apart. Like, don't try to pick it apart and try to gain some understanding of what they were doing. It was all based out of fear. Just leave it at that. Don't try to understand the ends and the nuances to why they were so happy that you were sad, or only and when you were the happiest, they wanted to bring you down, or when you was at your height, they wanted to make you small, or you felt like you had to be small because you knew they wouldn't be happy. It's almost like a person who doesn't want to ever, someone who loves to play the piano, but they play the piano so great, everybody always applauds them and gives them accolades, this, that, and other. But whenever they're around their mate, they're like, oh, I don't want to play it because I'm going to get too much attention. And they don't like me getting too much attention. Like, what? Like, why do we have to go through that? Like, why do we have to play small so somebody else can be happy? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's just crazy to me. It's just crazy, y'all. I'm just telling you. Marsha. That's how I am. When I'm done, I'm done. Yeah. Unfortunately, it takes you a long time sometimes to be done. And sometimes you feel like, well, you get upset with yourself because you're like, okay, well, why did it have to take so long? Or why didn't I realize it sooner? So it's almost like you beat yourself up. But I'm going to just say, don't beat yourself up. Like I said, a lot of this is learning lessons. A lot of this. These are learning lessons, life lessons. You know, this is spiritual life lessons. And once you have gone through it, you're so, Like it's almost like once you've been beat down enough, you refuse to get beat again. You see what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna, you feel me? Yes, you're listening. Okay, good. Yes, that's what happened. They enjoyed that. They called. Yeah. 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 And some of this stuff, don't get me started. A lot of people learn this at a young age, like even with their own parents. Like they play these games with their parents. Like you see children. Like I don't know if any of you have children. I know Marsha, you do, but I don't know if a lot of you have children. But even with your children, or you'll see it with your siblings or whatever, you'll see with young kids, they will do that and play their mother against their father, quick, trying to get their way or whatever. But it's all manipulation because and they're just children. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not some elaborate, CIA, FBI type, like it's not no elaborate plan. It's just really I'm trying to get to the end result, which is what I want. And it requires me to control you in this way because this is what I need for me to feel comfortable in my life. You see what I'm saying? So some people may have multiple mates or have some people may have multiple jobs, whatever it is. It's not because they're trying to deceive their other job. It's just that I'm just trying to make more money because I'm trying to feel more comfortable. I wasn't trying to deceive you and not tell you and all this other stuff. It's just that I needed to do what I needed to do to make do because this is the only way I know how to do it. This is the only way I know how to get it. This is the only way I know how to reassure that or feel reassured about my life. And I understand that. But again, us as empaths is great. We can kind of hopefully feel this sometimes, but sometimes it takes a long time to get there because we're too busy, understanding, being understanding what they're going through. So we continue to put ourselves through it like, oh, well, I can take it a little longer. I can do this a little, I can do it, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. You said triangulation. Yes. Play one against the other. Yes. Yeah. To get a result. So this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not like it's some big elaborate plan. And that's the whole point. So it's like, yes, go off, do what you got to do, handle your business. Because at the end of the day, regardless of what somebody went through when they was a child, regardless of their childhood trauma, regardless of what they went through, what, it doesn't matter, what they went through. The point is, you don't have to allow it to affect you. You don't have to allow it to affect your situation. So if them being in your life becomes entirely too much for you, exit stage left. This is what I need to do for me, for my peace of mind. I had to say that to one of my other husbands too, like peace of mind. That's okay. I love you. You ain't got to buy this house with me. I'm good. I'm good. Like peace of mind. You can't buy that shit. Like, no, I don't need down payment. No. We good. We ain't good. But we good. We good. We ain't good. But we good. We good enough for this not to go down. Because peace of mind is just certain things you can't. And it's crazy because it's some people, and they're telling me to tell you guys this. There's some people you will go and you will understand them to the ends of the earth. And if it was ever you in the same position, they wouldn't even give it a second thought to drop your ass. So all of the understanding you gave them, you see what I'm saying? Because that's almost why they're with you. Have you guys, they just said this too, like, have you guys ever had friends who have who have their boyfriends or husbands or whatever, and you're like, oh hell no, I would never do the shit that she doing. I would never do the shit that he doing. Like, they're tripping. I would never do. He could never be with me. He would never choose me. He would never be with a person like me. Because because what their end game is. They were looking for someone to prey on. They was looking for someone whose mind would not allow them to fight back, because they knew that they had another agenda. But I realized also they picked certain people because they knew they knew what they wanted. Like, for instance, if all you want is a picket fence, if all you want is a big house and nice cars in the driveway, okay, I can give you that. The house is going to be in my name. It won't be in yours. The cars are all going to be in my name, and I'm going to drive yours into the ground and not do shit for you. But we're going to look like we have the perfect picket fence lifestyle, because that's all you want. You only want the look. And they knew they could get away with it. And that's all they really wanted to. They weren't really trying to be real with it. They just wanted the look. You see what I'm saying? So have you been around people and you're like, oh, I would never do that shit. So people pick you, and some of you were picked, or it was wonderful to be around you because your energy and all of that. So yes, I could do this with you. Or they may go deal with somebody else and never do that to them. And you'd be like, hold up, why'd you feel like you could do it to me? Think about it. Think about it, y'all. You said, give a damn, got broke. Peace of mind is one of the best. You can't buy that shit. That's all I can say. You can't buy that shit. Okay. It's like what they say about the MasterCard, the Visa, or what is it? Yeah, you can't buy that. Exactly. Understand. Only one-sided. Exactly. So when it comes down to it, it's one-sided. So you're giving the world and you're looking for it in return, which then comes to the other lesson of giving without expectations. So do not do something for somebody else, and then you do it for like 10 years and you're like, at some point this is going to flip, right? And then it never flips and you're wondering why. And actually, a lot of times it doesn't flip until you totally leave and you don't even want to be bothered anymore. So it will never flip while you're still invested. It's never going to flip while you still have expectations of that person. It'll never flip. Because it's always going to be a part of you. Oh, my phone is on 5%, y'all. I didn't even go upstairs. I'm still being here damn near an hour. This phone is about to die, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go. Any last questions before I go? But I do want you to keep that in mind. That's what happens. It does not flip until you've totally disconnected and you don't even want to be bothered with that person ever again. And then it's like that. Y'all heard of that runner chaser, right? So it's like if you were the chaser and they were the runner, for that to flip, you have to no longer give a damn, just like they didn't give a damn all that time. Just like they didn't, you know what I mean? But difference was they were so-called gaslighting you, but really they were just trying to get you to do what they wanted because they were trying to control you enough to get what they needed out of you. Harsh reality, but it's facts. Well, mine's about to die too, Marsha, so I'm out of here. Y'all got any last questions? I love you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. I wouldn't even, this was supposed to have been a real quick one, and it was not a real quick one. Where is my puppy? Prince, where are you? You sleep? You want to say bye-bye? Say hi. Oh, yeah, guys. Oh, Lord. I'm about to go, but you say hi. Hey there, boo-boo. Hey there, boo-boo. Hey there, boo-boo. Your breath don't smell as bad today. They must have really brushed your teeth. He went to he got his little haircut, got all nice and fluffy. Say hi. Did y'all have any last questions? Because, my phone about to die. You said control. Who was trying to control my? Yeah, that's what they're always trying. It's control. But it's what they feel comfortable with doing. That's the whole point. They feel comfortable. So when they feel comfortable doing stuff like that, they want to control because they're afraid. When people go and live out of control or trying to control you, it's because they're fearful you're going to leave. They're fearful something's going to happen. They're fearful. They're scared. That's what it's about. You said, no, I'm good. You always on time. All right, guys. You have a nice evening. I love you guys. Bye, live love. Bye, everyone who was here. Thank you all. And I will see y'all. And I still do want to come back later on this week. So I'll see. But like I said, we have a lot going on here. So I'm going to just try to get things in order. But I didn't want to miss a week with you guys. So I just came on and came live with y'all. Okay? Say bye. Say bye-bye. Ah!